Ma mise en pli est bien. Sur les côtés?
Ouais.
Ouais, ça me choque pas. Have you ever struggled at some point with getting things done? That's probably because you don't have a clear overview of what you need to do day by day. Using a to-do list helps you to be much more productive and to keep track of everything you have to do. But to be honest, this hasn't always been my opinion. When I was much younger, I thought that to-do lists are for chaotic people who need structure and reminders of what they need to do. Later, when I started lemlist and a few side projects at the same time, I figured out that I needed help to organize my days, to be efficient. I understood in the end that to-do lists are actually like my business partners, and I'll explain to you why. I felt a lot of comfort in seeing tasks crossed off my daily list and figure out what I've accomplished. Sticking to to-do lists helped me to be 10 times more productive and to reach my goals as a CEO. If you don't know it yet, our brain loves pressing tasks. In 1920, Bluma Zygarnik, a Russian psychologist, conducted a study in which she compared memory in relation to incomplete and complete tasks. She observed that waiters could only recall dinner's orders before they had been served. After the dishes had been delivered, their memories simply erased who had what. She concluded that incomplete tasks are easier to remember than successful ones, now known as the Zygarnik effect. In the last 5 years, I've tested dozens of task management and productivity tools to help me and my team with getting things done. For quite some time, my team and I have been all using Notion to organize our daily tasks and goals. We've created our to-do list, and sticking to it has helped us become more efficient in our jobs, and that's how we've reached $8 million in annual recurring revenues this year with lemlist. Today, I'm sharing our to-do list template on Notion so you can use it to organize your tasks and get things done. You can simply duplicate it into your Notion space and use it right away without other settings or changes, simply as that. Let's see how to use it so you can take maximum advantage of it. I usually split my year in quarters, as you can see it here. And on each quarter, I have my monthly and weekly playground. Since on my agenda, future events as conferences, webinars, etc. could pop in anytime, I like to have the entire structure of the year to make sure I keep track of things in real life. But let's see how you can organize your daily to-do list. Let's say that you're just starting your to-do for this year, so let's check January week 1. In this to-do template, as you see, we've put a quote of the week in order to inspire and get you started to take action and start doing things. The idea and the way I organize myself is I usually put all week tasks as the first part. First things first is I don't always know when I'm gonna do each task. So whenever I need to do a task for next week, I will put in all week's task, and when Friday night arrives, I will just organize my week per day. Let's take an example here. Let's say that I have to prepare 5 LinkedIn posts. On Friday, I will say, okay, maybe I should do this on Monday here. And once I do that, I can just reorganize my task as I go and as I please directly on Notion. At the end of the week, sometimes I haven't finished all the tasks that I've done, and that's okay, that's totally fine. So ideally, what I do is I report and I just drag and drop the task right here for the tasks that I haven't finished. Those tasks, I will just copy paste them and push them to the next week as time goes by. I also have a habit tracker where I track every single day the habits that I'm trying to do. So for example, it's super important to stay hydrated in order to be more efficient, more productive. So I try to drink 8 cups of water every day. Stay hydrated, be fresh, et bien. At the same time, I try to work out or do yoga every day. This is quite essential to get a beautiful body.
That's kind of nice.
By ticking this box, it just feels great because it's another task that you've done and you know that you are building habits and getting rewarded for the things you do. I also try to read every single day and I keep track of it in my habit tracker. By doing this, you can basically write whatever you want and whatever habits you want to build, and automatically you would have just to tick the box on a daily basis to build your habit, be more efficient, be happier, have a better life, have more kids, And the final part, which is the one that is really important and that a lot of people don't actually do, it's a weekly review. Whenever you know you're just like doing task, you sometimes forget all the things that you've done, and it's important to be grateful for all the things that you've accomplished. In my weekly review, there is usually 3 things. The first thing is one thing that I'm grateful for It can be both on a personal or on a work level. Second thing is one thing that I've learned every week. It's important to write this down just because it will pushes you to focus your brain on the new things that you've learned. And having this weekly review just to remind you what is the most important thing that I've learned this week will push you and push your brain to kind of like remember it and build on top of it new knowledge. And the last part is what I'd like to improve next week. Sometimes, it's like the end of the week, you haven't accomplished, meet the deadline, or you haven't done what you should have done, and we can all get better, we can all improve, and it's always nice to write something down just so next week you will focus on this and don't make the same mistake twice. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can find the link of the Notion templates ready to use directly in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more templates, more tips, and have an amazing day. Take care. Bye-bye.